Well, spring is well and truly upon us, and that means there's only one thing left to do, and that's wrap up the Rip Curl Freeride Series for season 2010. What a season it was. It had everything from stunning days just like this to the less than desirable ones, but overall it was one to remember. Let's go have a look back over the season, starting way back in June with the rails.
So once again, a big welcome to the Thredbo Freeride Series for 2010.
With over $50,000 in cash and prizes on offer, the 2010 Thredbo Freeride Series kicked off on only the second Tuesday of the season. Over 80 contestants turned out for the event, dusting off the cobwebs and showing some early season style over the two impressive features. The course was designed by Thredbo Terrain Park manager Charles Beckinsale, with riders allowed to choose between a 6-metre rail to drop or a 9-metre downbox to gap on the first feature, followed by a 2-metre pole jam to downbox on the second.
We were lucky enough this year to have as much time as we do early season, so we scraped it all together into something we dreamt up a couple of weeks ago, and turned out pretty accurate to what we thought it was.
It was deja vu for Bowen Ferguson, who took out the open men's ski for the second year running with a switch 270 on to Pretzel 450 out. It was 2 in a row for Jai Kearney too, but this time in the open men's snowboard division after winning this event at the junior level last season.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Like, it's early in the season, and what they have now is, yeah, it's good. And yeah, it's sick.
Wiki Jones and Bieber Turnbull took out the women's open and junior snowboard, Georgia Kerr the open women's ski, with Sam Tomasi and Billy Heyman the junior men's ski and snowboard divisions respectively. At the same venue, but fast forward 1 month, where the rails were removed and the snow pushed, smoothed and shaped for event number 2, the Big Air competition. Riders were given 3 jumps to nail both the left and right spin over the 40-foot jump, and were judged on both the execution and technical nature of the tricks, with some pushing their limits just that little bit too far.
Just going for a 5 and just hit my face on a landing, came in too slow, and yeah, just banged it up pretty bad.
Jordan Houghton's consistency and style got him over the line in the open men's ski, while Sam Tomasi took out his second junior men's ski event by 0.2 of a point. If that wasn't close enough, it was even tighter in the open men's board, with a 1/10 of a point separating Jai Kearney from the highly fancied Ryan Teeney. It wasn't all about the baggy pants, with the girls proving they could match it when it came to busting big over the booter. Jess Rich and Georgia Kerr took out the open women's snowboard and ski events, while Alexandra Fitch took out the junior women's board. Round 3 of the Thredbo Freeride Series took us up to the expert terrain in the famous Black Diamond Bluff area for the 4th annual Rip Curl Freeride Pro. The unique setup is the only one of its kind in Australia, allowing competitors to truly showcase their riding ability over some crazy cliff drops, rock pops, wind lifts and eucalypts. The field included a number of overseas riders, a handful of Winter Olympians and a host of homegrown hopefuls.
Oh, it's amazing to have a series in our home country of Australia. It's fantastic. And then amazing event here today that Rip Curl put on. So a few jumps and a few man-made features. So yeah, it's all good times.
The juniors finished up the competition under stunning sunshine and blue sky, but the weather closed in for the finals of the open men and women's, meaning the winners were decided from their best qualifying run. Watkin McClellan took out the open men's ski with his aggressive style, while Kiwi half-pipe specialist and Winter Olympian Mitch Brown took out the snowboard. Saf Farrell proved too good in the women's board, while Zoe Jabor edged past Winter X Games gold medalist Anna Segal. The weather might have turned for the Rip Curl Throwdown under lights, but that didn't stop a number of invitees from doing as the event's namesake suggests and throwing it down. There were plenty of big tricks as well as some super stacks, with US Olympian and international rider Andy Finch summing it up nicely.
Throwdown's awesome because it inspires creativity. It's not just one feature. There's like 5 features in one, like that big 360 Indy off the cannon. After being postponed due to appalling weather conditions, the Ride Across event took place on the purpose-built course located on Sundance. Entries were capped at 150 competitors, making this the most popular event on the 2010 Thredbo Freeride Series calendar.
Everybody races like together as a group. It's not just you're competing against the other person, you're actually physically with them. So I think that just makes it that much more exhilarating, and the game's on.
All the the pressure was on ski across Winter Olympian and course designer Scott Neller in the open men's ski, but he showed his class, winning with ease from Lucas Hubel and brother Luke Neller.
Oh look, I got out to a lead straight away, so it was all me the whole way. It was kind of good to be out in front, no one to overtake, so yeah, easy run, it was good fun.
Philip McLean took out the open men's board after breaking his back only 4 months ago, while Wiki Jones took out the women's. Sam Tomasi and Georgia Kerr extended their overall series leads in the junior men's and open women's ski, while Pride Hasler and Gregory Whitehead took out the junior men's and women's board. With all the results tallied up, it was grand final time for the top riders in each division, who were putting it all on the line to be crowned Thredbo Freeride Series champion for 2010. The 55-foot jump was built by the Thredbo Terrain Park crew and was situated next to the massive 90-foot one-hit wonder jump, making a nice grandstand for the boisterous crowd on hand to view the action. Jai Kearney and Jesse Kennedy proved the future of Australian snowboarding is in safe hands, taking out both the grand final and overall series in the open men's and junior men's board. Pride Hasler was too good in the junior women's board, while crowd favourite Wiki Jones was crowned women's snowboard champion for 2010.
Feels amazing. I'm so stoked. It's been the wickedest day, super sunny, hardly a breath of wind. Lots of friends are supporting me, and yeah, it's been so good.
Jordan Houghton gave it all despite a back injury, taking out the grand final and overall series in the open men's ski with this epic double cork 1260. Harrison McInnes took out the junior men's ski final with this stylish double flip, but it wasn't enough to catch local rider and overall series leader Sam Tomasi. Georgia Kerr took out the open women's ski, and an over-the-moon Renee Connor, the junior division.
I'm so stoked. I'm just happy that I did the jump, and just the whole series is so much fun.
So what do some of the riders and judges think of the Thredbo Freeride Series?
Yeah, it's definitely great for Australian skiers, like the freeride scene, just because there's nothing else like it.
Well, it just gives everyone a great opportunity, especially for the juniors. They get to see what the older guys are doing, and they get to compete on the same facilities. So for them to be able to see what they can aspire to is really encouraging.
It's actually a really good event for snowboarders and stuff. Good publicity, good for the sponsors and everything, and it's good to be filmed.
Well, that wraps up the Rip Curl Freeride Series for 2010, and what a season it was. It had everything from the big jumps to the big stacks, and we look forward to the riders coming back next year and doing it all again. This is Tim Ashworth in Thredbo.